Hey guys, what's up? Sermo11 here. Today I'll be giving my thoughts on Nintendo going to mobile devices. I might change the title, I'm not too sure on that one. But I just wrote down a few quick thoughts. I didn't really write that much up, so it's going to be a little bit all over the place, but bear with me. Now, I think iOS or Android, I think it's a great platform. I mean, you can do tons of stuff with this. And it's kind of weird how some of the Nintendo fans, that's mainly the sites I go on, for like Nintendo fans and stuff. So it's kind of weird how some of these Nintendo fans aren't accepting of this new platform. I mean, it's a new platform, and it has to be accepted because if you're looking at this, Nintendo's doing good with their 3DS sales, but their Wii U sales aren't doing that good, and the mobile gaming market is doing pretty well. I mean, you release a game like Flappy Bird and it's #1 in the App Store. Even if the app is free, if you have an ad in there, you'll earn money from that. And I think you also earn money even if it's free. So there you go. And everyone has a cell phone these days. If you don't have a cell phone, your parents must not love you or something. They must hate you. Don't tell them I said that, but I mean, I don't have a smartphone, and I don't have an explanation for it because I don't pay for it. But most people have a smartphone these days. Like that's more common with kids and everything. I'm in high school. I know about it. I see smartphones all the time. But there are kids out there who don't have smartphones. But some of them also they have smart devices. They might have like an iPod, but they might not have an iPhone. The market is just like very broad, you know. You don't need a cell phone. You can just have this device that you can use for music or gaming or just taking photos and everything. And you know, while there are kids out there talking about the new GTA game or whatever, there are also kids talking about Flappy Bird. You know, it's #1 in the App Store. Talk about Flappy Bird, you know. I mean, it's just how they approach this market. They could improve on the Pokédex. I haven't played with the Pokédex. I don't have the Pokédex that they have. I believe it's expensive and it has in-app purchases, so I didn't really want it. Plus, I already have it on my 3DS. They could put like classic Mario on there, the classic NES Mario Bros. You know, they have that on pretty much every Nintendo platform. You could put that on there. I don't know. I feel like companies such as Nintendo, Sony, or Microsoft, once they get used to the platform of iOS or Android, they'd be better at making apps than the people that actually make apps for it for a living or anything. You know, Nintendo could just be making side projects on here and still make a lot of money. I'm just saying, it's a popular platform. Everyone has a cell phone. Why not get into it? And I just don't understand why people don't like this. They don't accept it as a form of gaming. It's a form of gaming, and I think Nintendo, you know, they're finally doing a good job of accepting everything, putting their games on another platform. And people are saying things like Nintendo is going bankrupt. They're going to put their games on like Sony or Microsoft. That doesn't really make any sense. And I feel like iOS, Android, or just like the mobile device market is more of a market where the three companies can put stuff there. Like, they wouldn't put stuff on each other's systems because that doesn't make any sense. But I feel like iOS is more neutral. You know, anyone can throw anything out there that they want to. And I was actually talking to this guy before. I think I mentioned this in one of my videos, that he uses his iPad 2 as his only console. Now, that's going a little bit too far, in my opinion. I like mobile devices. I use my iPod. I actually use my iPod more than my 3DS, but it's not really for gaming. I have tons of games on here, but it's more for talking to people and everything. There's a lot of cool games out for, you know, Apple devices and everything, but it's not that good enough where it would be used as a main console or anything. That doesn't really make much sense to me, but it's his life, you know. If he wants to use an iPad 2 as his console, that's up to him. And even though it's kind of weird, you know, people won't buy a Wii U, but they'll buy like a $300 or $400 phone. I think this iPod Touch 5th generation was like $350, and a Wii U was like $300. I saved up my money for this, but I won't save up my money for a Wii U. What do you know? But I just think it's cool. Nintendo has they're looking at into this market. They can probably put some cool stuff out. I don't know. Maybe they could put Pokemon on there. They could put like the original Pokemon games on there, and even if they're like 99 cents. Another thing that I noticed, and this is just a point I'm going to bring up, it's that video games, like I don't want to say actual video games, but like video games from other platforms seem to do good on the App Store. Scribblenauts, for example, Scribblenauts did really good when it first came out on the App Store, and I think it's still in like the top 100. I don't know how high up it is, but I know it's in the top 100. So there you go. Let me see if I have any more examples. Well, there's one other example, but it's not like a game. There's this emulator called GBA for iOS, and you can just basically put, well, emulators, just like emulators as a whole. Nintendo, if people are willing to use an emulator to put your games on their device, that means that you need to start, capturing this market. You need to start putting games on these platforms, and they're finally doing it. So I hope everything goes well. I don't think Nintendo's in trouble as of now. I think they're doing pretty good. 3DS is selling well. I don't think the Wii U should mess them up that badly, even if it's not selling that well. And we still have like Smash Brothers and Mario Kart if the Wii U really needs those to save it. So that's my thought. Those are my thoughts. Gotta use correct grammar. So those are my thoughts on Nintendo going mobile and the whole Nintendo going bankrupt thing. I was gonna ask Mason to come into this, but can't really contact that guy. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching. You can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, or you can just subscribe for more videos like this on YouTube. Peace.